Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I hope you're all having a really great day. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. It's actually a really special video because it is my very first Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to be building this lake house that you saw in the beginning of the video. If you're anything like me, I really prefer to see the build before watching the speed build. So that's probably something I'll do in any of my speed build videos, is just at least show you a picture of what we're going to be looking at, the end result. Also, I tend to change my mind a lot while I'm building, so a lot of the time what I start with looks like nothing like the end product, which is perfectly okay. Everybody has their own way of building, and I am a very sporadic builder. You'll also notice that I really like to build in squares and rectangles and things like that. Played a lot of Minecraft in my day. Played it since it came out, so squares and whatnot are just really comforting to me, plus symmetry. You know, who doesn't like symmetry? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Nikki. I am Midget Kung Fu on the gallery. I'm 4'11", which is where that name comes from. It's an old high school nickname. I was a bit of a rabble-rouser in my day. Say it like I'm 50. I'm not. But it's just something that stuck, and it's typically the username I use everywhere. You can find me on Instagram under Midget Kung Fu. I post a lot of Sims builds and stuff like that. I'm also a crazy cat mom, so you'll also see a lot of cat pictures if you look at my Instagram. I plan on doing speed builds in the future because I love building. I enjoy playing, but my heart lies with building. I wouldn't say I'm super amazing at it. I'd say I'm pretty good at it, and I really enjoy doing it. And I think people like to watch other people do things that they enjoy. So that's what I'm here for. I also will probably give a stab at stop motion videos because they are beautiful, and I know I can ramble. So if I ever post a motion stop, you won't hear my voice. You'll probably enjoy that more. I think I'm kind of annoying, but I still love myself. Self-love is important. I also have an idea for a series that I'm thinking of doing. No spoilers yet, but I will tell you it is not the 100 baby challenge. I do not have the patience for that. I mean, I watched Little Simsy do it, and she did that for years, like literal years. I'm not a patient person when it comes to that type of stuff. So you will not see that on this channel. I'm also fairly easy to convince to do new things, so if there's any kind of build challenge out there that y'all would just love to watch me struggle with, I am down for that challenge. I do a lot of shell challenges because they're challenging and they're fun, and again, you'll notice a lot of my builds are kind of boxy, kind of square, a lot of straight lines, and a lot of those shell challenges don't have a lot of that. That is the point, to be challenging. So not only is it really fun, it really helps me grow as a Sims 4 builder, and I am always looking for ways to improve it. Please feel free to drop tips and comments in the comment section for anything that you think I could do better. But be kind. I have a sensitive soul. You know, I try to be as kind as I can. That's not to say I'm not a bitch sometimes, because I am. But yeah, you'll probably see me do some challenges here and there, like those time limit challenges. I've never attempted those. I think it would be hilarious to watch me do it. I'm probably going to be miserable doing it, but y'all will probably laugh, which really is my goal. I just really like making people laugh. I like entertaining people. Most of my videos are probably going to be garnered to the 16 plus because I do swear here and there. You won't find my videos full of profanity, but I also won't be censoring myself. I'm just going to speak normally. I'm just a normal person, and I do swear in my day-to-day life. So if that's not for you, that is a-okay. Some other things you'll find on my videos is I don't use CC. More power to you if you do use CC in your builds. But I went down a CC path when I first got Sims 4 and thought it was amazing, and I gunked up my computer with everything, and I recently completely uninstalled The Sims everything. Well, my husband did. He's better at that stuff. Completely uninstalled and reinstalled and just started fresh. At the end of the video, well, towards the end of the video, you'll notice that I am using a couple mods. I like to use 3 mods that just help make building easier. It is the red shelf mod, or the OMSP, something like that. You can look it up. And the better build by mod, which is amazing. Amazing. Lil Simsy did this review on it, and I was hooked. It is so much fun. It gives you access to all the debug items. Like, they're organized, they're named, so you can search for them, and also you can copy the items, the debug items. What? Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how frustrating it is to find a debug item and have to constantly drag it out of the catalog. Oh my goodness. Seriously, check it out. I'll drop the link below for that. And the other mod that I dabble with a little bit is the tool mod. By no means am I an expert in any of these. If you need more information on them, just go right to YouTube. That's where I learned how to do just about anything you see me do in The Sims. I learned from YouTube. It's an amazing place, and that's why I wanted to be part of it. We'll talk about the build a little bit here. You'll notice that I have spent an exasperated amount of time decorating the lake. That is because I have a detail problem. I love adding little details. I love making it look as realistic as I can, or as realistic as a video game can be. And I have that too much gene, man. I do too much, and I keep going. Sometimes I will upload a build and I'll play in it and I will still add more. Like, it is a problem. But I hope you enjoy it at least. It looks pretty. So I have been playing The Sims since the very first 4-disc pack came out. I remember being 10, 12, something like that. No, I had to have been older, maybe 15. I remember going to Toys R Us and getting the 4-disc pack of The Sims 1, and I remember installing it. It took half a day to install all 4 discs. Oh my goodness, I think the computer was Windows 2000 or something? Don't quote me on that, I don't remember. But dang, was it a long time ago, and I played the crap out of it. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I didn't really play The Sims 2 that much. Don't know why. I think maybe it was just, it came out during years that I didn't have a computer, or didn't have a good enough computer, because they really upped the graphics and stuff for Sims 2. But when Sims 3 came out, oh man, I loved The Sims 3. That was my jam. I played that so much. It was so much fun. But I got The Sims 4 shortly after it came out, and I really just played that. I don't go back and forth. I mainly play with The Sims 4 camera when I'm building and playing. I know a lot of YouTubers use The Sims 3 camera, but I don't know, I guess I'm just used to The Sims 4 camera. Maybe it's because I play a lot of other video games, Borderlands 3, Borderlands 2, Minecraft, things like that. That it's just, that's the kind of camera I'm used to. So just a fair warning if that bugs you. Another cool thing though, going back a little bit about the build by mod, is it allows you to use the tab mode, like the free picture mode there, whether you have a sim on the lot or not. So that is so super handy to be able to hit tab and to go down to floor level and look up to see if that light is in the ceiling or not. I use that a lot. It is just great. It is such a fantastic mod. I will stop talking about it now. I'm putting the finishing details here on the lake. I had just a blast adding all these little moss and the lily pads, and I just thought it really just gave it this real lake touch. Do you guys ever just hit this point where you're like, okay, cool, I'm done decorating, looks great, couldn't add another thing? Yeah, that doesn't happen to me. I can add details for literal hours. Like, I think that I actually played in this house and I still went back and added details. Like, I didn't go to re-upload to the gallery or anything, but I can't help myself. I absolutely 100% have the too much gene. Just so you guys know, anything that I upload to the gallery, I have completely play tested, or at least I think I've completely play tested. I definitely missed a trash can in this build. Sorry about that. But the bathrooms always work. The stoves and grills and stuff like that, they always work. I always play test stuff. There's nothing wrong with uploading a build that is purely for looks, but to me, I love to build functional things in The Sims. This is actually one exception because this is really just a garden for decoration. It doesn't serve any purpose. You can't pick those pumpkins or anything like that. But I thought it would just look so cute with this build. You'll also notice that I'm getting those pumpkins from a room. It's just a room that I downloaded from the gallery of those debug items because it drives me crazy searching through the debug catalog. And again, this was before I had the better build by mod. Wow, say that 10 times fast. So an excellent resource for debug items is actually the gallery. If you just search #debug, you are going to find all kinds of rooms that Simmers have created. And most of the rooms, like this particular pumpkin room, there's actually more than one pumpkin in the stack. So you don't have to place the room down 50 times to get 50 pumpkins. It's just fantastic. People who play The Sims just constantly blow my mind. Like, I'll do things and I'm like, wow, that's really creative. Good job, Nikki. And then I'll look at other people's builds and I'm like, never mind, I'm not that creative. That's rather vanilla. But it really just blows my mind, the things that people can create. I don't know if I'll ever be there. You know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see how this channel grows and how I improve. I mean, from last year to this year, my building has just quadrupled, I think, in talent. I really just spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos and tutorials and just watching how people built roofs and rooms and things like that. Like, roofing was my nemesis. Don't get me wrong, I still have a hard time with it, which is why I build a lot of boxy things. Or I cheat a lot and I don't put roofs. I do a lot of rooftop patios, you'll see, in a lot of my builds, because I'll build this funky shape and I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to roof that? Oh, I know, I'll just make it a rooftop patio. Then you don't have to roof it. That's just a tip from me to you. We're coming up on the end here of the exterior. We're going to go to the interior in a minute. And I would say that between exteriors and interiors, I am better at exterior. I have more fun landscaping and building things like this, and the interior just tends to frustrate me. I can never get things to look the way I want them to, the way I see it in my head, but I give it my best go. Also, you'll notice those lights that I just placed. Yeah, I forgot to actually put lights in and like place them nicely, so those lights are there forever. And I was noticing this when I was editing this video and I was like, no, I was so frustrated with myself, but whatever, everybody makes mistakes, nobody's perfect. I love the way this kitchen came out. Those are my favorite counters to use, and I don't use them enough. Brown's not my favorite color to build in, but I thought it just looked so pretty with this build. You'll notice though how there's a little bit of a gap with the stove. You see how it's not quite all the way to the front of the counters. When I was playtesting this off camera, I noticed that your sim could not use it because of that little gap, but if you just move the stove up, your sim will use it just fine. You don't have to move the counters. I also don't usually put counters together like that. Like, that's actually a counter within a counter, because they usually do that flickering thing, and that drives me crazy. Another reason why I typically build fully functioning builds is those clipping and the flickering don't work a lot of the time, and it drives me bonkers when I'm turning the camera back and forth. So you won't see a lot of that in my builds. But the kitchen came out really brown, it came out really warm. I tried not to go too crazy with the cluttering because I wanted the sim to actually be able to have some space to cook. I also take that teapot off because my sim wouldn't use the stove if the teapot was there. So whatever, it looked cute, but not functional, and functionality is what I go for. I use mostly browns and beiges. I use a little bit of stone here and there, but the only real color you'll see are like oranges, yellows, and reds. I did kind of want it to feel autumnal, even though I did build this in summer, and I left it in summer because I turned it to a heat wave to get that nice glowy effect. But I think it came out really cute. I also debated whether or not I wanted to put a table in here of some kind. That's another thing. Whenever I build tiny houses, I spend all this time on the kitchen, on the bedroom, and then I'm like, oh crap, where do I put a table? Well, I guess I won't put a table. So eventually on this island counter here, I just put some chairs or some stools. And I was able to fit 2, and your sim can use both. And I do put a picnic table outside, so if you do have a bigger family or you want to entertain at this cute little lake house, you've got plenty of room for that. And here is where my too much gene had to make a reoccurrence. I saw some kind of bush and had to add it. That little room that I just sectioned off will become the bathroom. You will not see it in this video. I cut it out because I'm terrible at bathrooms. They never look cute no matter how hard I try, and I spend entirely way too much time on them, and nobody needs to see that, especially you, definitely not me. I definitely wanted to add a TV, but I didn't want to put it above the fireplace because I had a picture that I wanted to put there, and I'm actually quite pleased with the TV placement. I thought it was really cute just on that little end table, I think it is. And I finally found a place to put that little dish rack, whatever it's called. I don't know. I thought it looked really cute. At this point, I add a little bit more furniture. I finished the walls and the floor. I finished the bathroom, and then I really just focus on cluttering up the last of it just to kind of give it that nice, cute touch. I really wanted to give the fireplace a nice stone wall backing. I thought that was really realistic. It took me a little while to pick which stone I wanted to use, but I'm really pleased with how it came out. And later on in the video, I actually used the tool mod to frame it. Like I said, I'm not an expert in the tool mod, especially, gosh, that mod is so complicated. I basically just use it to flip a couple items here and there, just to be able to do little things like this. And I think it came out really nice. It gave it that little like rustic cabin feel that I was really looking for. Twisted Mexi actually put up a tutorial video on tips and tricks and beginner use of the tool mod. I'll link it down below. It is fantastic. I pretty much have that video up whenever I'm building and I know I'm going to be using the tool mod. Because I'm no expert. I'm still learning. There's always room for improvement, and right now I'm just having fun with it. I'm just flipping. Mainly I'm just doing 90 degree turns because that's easy. Oh man, I was so frustrated with that beam. The colors never match. The wood colors in this game drive me bonkers. Like, I just had to give up and do my best with the color swatches that are available. So that's why there's like a lot of different colored browns in here. Like, nothing would match. I just used the tool mod on those little branches just to get them a little bit lower. And that cat bed, it matches perfectly to the bed. I thought that was just the cutest little touch. This has to be my favorite planter in the whole game. I love sunflowers and delphiniums, and those colors just look so beautiful together. I just love it. I use it outside again as well. Here you'll see I used that suitcase little pile and I added some books on it just to make it look a bit more cluttered. I kind of imagined like a writer would live here or vacation here. Like, if I had a little cabin, I would absolutely spend my days writing and sketching and coloring and, you know, just being one with nature, doing little things like that. And something I've been doing recently is layering rugs on top of each other. I think it looks really cute, but can we talk about the amount of rugs that we have in The Sims compared to the amount of curtains that we have? Oh my goodness. I hate putting curtains in my builds because nothing ever matches and nothing ever fits. Like, you can find one or the other. You can find a curtain that matches the colors you're going for, but it's not the right shape, so it looks weird. Or you can find the right shape, but it's like purple when you have a green build, or, you know, something like that. It's never both of them. It is so frustrating. So a lot of the times I size up curtains or size down curtains just to make it work. Another thing that I love doing in my builds is I love using Simmer made art. Just go on the gallery and type #art. You will find so many beautiful custom art pieces. They are completely CC free. Anybody can use them. If you download this build, you will see exactly what I have placed. Oh, it's just beautiful. I don't know how they do it. I have an idea of how they do it, but the talent that these people have. Oh my goodness. I love it. I just love using Simmer made art. They're in a lot of my builds. Added some stone to the fireplace there to make it look a bit more realistic. And here you will watch me struggle with the curtains. I finally just decided to use that island living curtain. It looked alright. Like, I didn't necessarily like that like gauzy look for curtains, but the colors matched, and it was really the only thing that would even come close to looking good in this build. I'm just finishing up the deck here. Just put a couple chairs. I thought that little box thingy looked cute. I also added a grill. I love that grill, even though I think it looks a bit modern for this build. I kind of covered it up with those counters, and again, that is completely functional. I tested it. Your sim will use it, even though those counters are touching the grill. It's not a problem. I realized after I placed those that you can't even see the top one. The roof covers it, or the roof decorations that I did, but it's okay. I still think it looks cute. Oh man, here is my favorite part of the build. This is just another shout out to that build by mod. I found these in the debug section and it looked so cute with those little fish traps. Oh, I love it. Here's where I grabbed that planter again, but I kind of wanted to make it look a little different than the one inside. So I grabbed those little basket things and kind of just made it look like the plants were in the basket. I usually try to put some rugs on the inside and outside of doors. I found these lampposts in the debug catalog and I decided to add a couple. I tried to keep my too much gene in check. I think I did a pretty good job. The last thing I'm going to do today is add some lights around the place, put some on the deck, couple up front. Mostly I just use those little floor lights, and I light up all the ferns and the perimeter of the lake. Makes it look really whimsical at night, really beautiful. I also put some lights on the dock just to make it a bit more lighted because a sim can sit out there, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. Looks really cute. Well, that just about wraps it up for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it, hit that dislike button if you didn't, hit subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I hope you all have a super awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!